Usually when we think of the most iconic helmet in ancient Greece, we typically think of the Corinthian helmet. You can see it on all sorts of logos, specifically like the Michigan State Spartans logo. And a lot of people tend to think that it's actually the Spartan helmet. But it's not the Spartan helmet. Was it a helmet used by the Spartans? Yeah, at one point in time it was. But it was also a helmet used by the vast majority of the ancient Greek world in the Archaic period up until the mid-5th century, so about circa 450 BCE. If you look at the image down below, you'll see a picture of me wearing my helmet. Yes, it's missing its helmet crest. I have a transverse crest that I will eventually put on it. But my point being is that it's actually called the Corinthian helmet, and the main reason why we call it the Corinthian helmet is because we believe that most likely it originated in Corinth, and it was definitely circulated heavily in the Peloponnese. In fact, most of the helmets that we actually do look at in ancient Greece do tend to come from the Peloponnese, like the Illyrian helmet. We call it the Illyrian helmet because one of the first ones we ever found was in Illyria, which is modern day Albania, I believe. Now, I'll get into that in another video, but my focus right now is on the Corinthian. It is very iconic. It is almost associated with like a heroic status, because if you look in a lot of the black figure, but even in the red figure base paintings, you'll see a lot of people wearing it. And in fact, it's so well used that even whenever it was starting to die out in usage, Pericles of Athens is almost always, in his sculptures and everything of him, he's almost always wearing one tilted back. There's a lot of reasons for that too, and I'll get to it or at another video. But the Corinthian helmet, even whenever it was starting to die out, was so well known and beloved and associated with heroic prowess or just this bold statue nature. It prevailed even through its lower points.